citizen of Gaza, I feel that this is what Gaza needs: art, dance, music, books, open culture. Not the culture that the dominant group want us to know, not things that the dominant group wants us to read. And even music, we need to feel all kinds of music. Music art is life.
Where you are writing in detail, writing something, a scene, a visible, detailed scene, you have to work with what you know. That's number one.
الحديث عن القانون وعدم تطبيق القانون وعدم شعور المواطن أن القانون دائما تنتظر الحافلات حيث لا
Good also to get books, because we're all in Gaza here besieged, so there's no chance to get such books, hard copies to read, so we were trying to get them soft copies through the internet, but finally, unfortunately, we can hold now out of it in our hands, and we can read them whenever and wherever.
أن يعتقل ولا نريد لصاحب قضية.
And the idea it was based on was a bit of conversation that I heard at a wedding. It was a Palestinian wedding in Amman. And it was meant to be a big thing, this wedding, but a lot of the guests had come from Gaza. And it was January 2003, and the situation here was really bad. It was the first time, it's been worse since, but it was really bad at the time. And a lot of the guests were looking really green and really, really like ill. They were trying to enjoy themselves, but it wasn't working. And then there was a young guy, he was about maybe 24, and he went into one of the other rooms and he was crying. And somebody came up to him and they said, "Why are you crying? What are you crying about?" And he said, "Oh, I'm crying because I'm in love with a girl and she's Christian and I'm Muslim." And then he was crying. And so somebody turned around and said, his sister actually, she turned around and she said, "What are you crying about? The Palestinian people? You think this is something to cry about?" And it kind of just got me thinking about where he was, because I could understand the sister, because his problem was nothing really compared to some of the other people in that room. But I also felt, what happens to that little personal space when you've got so much sort of obligation on you to be caring about this bigger issue, this cause. And then I was also thinking, because I trained as a lawyer and I did a master's which was looking at how the Palestinians are divided up into lots of different legal categorizations in different countries. And I was thinking, what connects us wherever we are? And the thing that I could think of was maybe it's this relationship to the cause, our particular emotional connection to it. If we get upset, do we not get upset? Are we active? Are we involved? Are we engaged or not? So I developed a family who have just different relationships to this. And it was based, it took me a while before I decided where it was mainly going to be based. But I based most of it at the end of the day in Gaza because of the extremity of the situation here. And I put a lot of the characters in a situation where they were sort of torn between They were in between political parties, they were in between political struggles, they were in between generations, they were trying to forge somewhere new for themselves and were having a lot of difficulty.
The real siege that we broke by being here are the limitations on people's lives that are imposed by the authorities, by the government, and that's the important thing, apart from crossing the Egyptian border, which was also a symbolic breaking of the siege, but that shouldn't really be a problem at all. I'm not belittling the importance of the situation, the geopolitical situation of Gaza, but to my mind the more important thing is that we broke the siege by allowing people to do things that they're normally denied, to practice rights that they're normally denied.
Of PalFest should be the starting point, should be the beginning, and we don't need just another PalFest. What we need is the artists to start coming to perform for the people of Gaza, because they need that. I wish even individuals, artists, individuals, writers, even dancers should try to challenge and to decide and to take the step to come and support the people of Gaza.